Action.
Even normal call, I couldn't reach him.
Hmm.
He blocked me on every platform. Every platform I could reach out to him, only blocked me. My company were asking for their money. I single-handedly paid their money from a month after Kunle traveled
Mm-hmm.
till when he stopped talking to me. That was about 7 to 8 months interval. This is really serious. My company needed their money. And on the long run, they started threatening me. They got me arrested because I couldn't pay their money. My parents had to come, and my siblings, they came around. And my company told them how I fraudulently took a loan because it was all fraud. And I won't say I was stupid, but I know I did it out of love because I knew my man needed it at that time. So my parents were able to raise 3 million naira, coupled with the money I have paid. So with so much begging and crying, they sacked me, but yet they released me
Okay.
from the police station. I spent 3 days there because of Kunle. All the while I was in the station, I was calling him. His number wasn't going. I tried calling his junior brother and his mom. They never picked my calls.
Hmm.
So after the whole matter of the money died down, the following year I was just scrolling through my phone on Facebook. Lo and behold, I saw Kunle's wedding pictures with another woman in Canada.
Seriously.
Yes, he didn't even look back. He didn't even care that he left someone. He didn't even think of our plans. He didn't even think about the fact that it was through a loan he was able to get there and how I sacrificed for him. He wasn't even thinking about that. I saw
Hmm.
his wedding pictures. He was smiling and he was so happy in the pictures I saw. I cried bitterly that day. For good 2 weeks, I was not myself. I cried and cried and cried. But my friends stood by me and I had to move on by fire by force.
Hmm.
So I had to like squat at my friend's place for a while and she helped me get a job as a sales girl in a supermarket.
So from being a staff in a microfinance bank to a
Sales
sales
girl.
girl.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I was paid 35,000 per month
Okay.
as a sales girl in the big supermarkets. It's actually a known supermarket, but I don't want to mention the name.
Okay.
So I kept on doing that and I don't know, my mind became close to every other man coming. But to cut the long story short, my friend called me one day and was like, babe, guess who I saw today? And I was like, who? She said Kunle. My mind didn't even go to Kunle, my ex. I was wondering, I said, which Kunle? Who is Kunle? I didn't get on time. You told me Kunle now, your ex. Kunle, my ex. Where did you see him? She said he's back in Nigeria. That she didn't even get his contacts, blah, blah, blah. I told her, do you know what? Just forget about that guy. I thought my friend was even joking. Until 2 months after my friend called me that she saw Kunle, I actually saw the Kunle myself.
Hmm.
In a summary, I haven't seen Kunle in 2.5 years since he
Okay.
left for Canada.
Okay.
I went to the market to get some things at the market. And while I was coming out, it's a major market in my
Okay.
area. While I was coming out, I saw Kunle trying to body boss.
Wait, the guy from US, you saw him.
Canada.
I'm sorry, Canada. You saw him trying to board the bus.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I looked at him, he was looking at me and he called my name. I was like, Kunle, what are you doing here? Like, I had to scratch my eyes to be sure it was him. He was looking so tattered. He had even reduced. I'm not looking better myself because I'd reduced because of the whole stress and everything. And
Mm.
then
So,
he said if we can get a place to sit down and talk.
okay.
Then he explained to me that he was sorry, the pressure he had there was too much. He couldn't fit in because he didn't have his papers, blah blah blah. And I asked him, "This you're saying, was that our plan? You know, I took a loan." He said he wanted to make ends meet, so he had to get married to a Canadian black woman there. And I said, "Okay, even if you got married, why didn't you tell me?" He said my calls then were disturbing him. He didn't know how he wanted to manage that. His salary wasn't even enough for him, talk less of him sending money back. Hmm. He had issues with the woman. They were having a misunderstanding and he slapped her. The woman called the police on him and he got arrested. And before he could say Jack Robinson, the police came, they arrested him, took him to the station, and he said they deported him.
Wow. They deported him.
He didn't
Hmm.
bring anything.
Listing my listing. They said they deported him. So you guys should know how you guys are doing your thing. Don't be too smart or don't be too you feel okay, you're smart. You bypass that stage. Karma always hits back. So continue.
He said they deported him, and I looked at him. Where are you staying? He said he's squatting in a church. He doesn't even have a home.
Hmm.
I was like, why don't you go back to your family? He said he feels it's a disgrace to them. His friends, like, what about your friends? It was like he tried calling them that they all shunned him and some are married. He can't even put up with them. And he said, since he has even been looking for me, that he has been praying, he sees me one day. That the pastor said, if he can find me and apologize and I forgive him, that things will work well for him. And the pastor is insinuating we come back together. He claimed that since he left me, his life has not been stable. He hasn't been able to get into another relationship. Even the woman he tried getting married to in Canada, she she wasn't good for him. He was just managing it.
Just cut the long story short so that just cut
All
the long
right.
story short.
I'm confused because I still have feelings for Kunle, but I don't want a situation whereby he will do the same thing to me. And I feel he still loves me. That's why I'm just confused. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm confused. That's why I need the advice of people to please let them come and advise me on what to do. I don't want to make the same mistake and I can be throwing away my soulmate. For the fact that he came back, I just feel probably we belong together or I am just being clouded by my emotions.
Okay, guys, you guys have heard her. She actually needs to hear from you guys. She needs advice because my own, I won't say I know it all because you heard what she said. She said she still have feelings for the Kunle guy and she maybe like the love thing is still clouding over her head or whether they are still soulmate or stuff like that. So please leave your comments, leave your advice for her. I'll pass it to her. She would see it. She will also be part of the viewer. She will also view this and she will read the comments you're writing in this page. So please leave a comment so that we could learn. Apart from her, all of us would also learn from it. Make sure you follow this page. Thank you.